Welcome back to the Sisters in Harmony Network, here with J.D. Walker, and we were just talking about being known for your deeds.
Yes.
And everyone having a purpose.
That's right.
All right, so speak to that a little bit.
Okay. In 2008, I asked the question, why am I here? I didn't know. I knew that I wasn't being fulfilled spiritually in what I was doing with my wife and our real estate company. Financially, yes. But financially is only one component of our life.
Correct.
Why we're here is the larger component of our life, and I didn't know.
Right.
And so I asked, and I found out.
Oh, right.
I got this flood of memories. I asked the question, I got the flood of memories of me speaking, communicating. I said, okay. I asked the question, why am I here? For a week, I got a constant barrage of these memories, so now I know why I'm here. So, I have now defined my passion.
Yes.
I know what I am to do.
Yes.
Right? Knowing my passion, what sense would it make to leave it happenstance? You know, I'd been given these speaking opportunities throughout my life and had never placed any importance on it.
Right.
I relish the opportunity.
Yes.
You know, not in a, literally I wouldn't elbow an elderly lady out of the way to get in front of a camera, but you know, I love it that much. But now it's no longer can be happenstance. It can't just be a hobby.
That's right.
So
it's got to be intention.
So the first E in deeds is elevate. You must elevate your passion to a life priority.
All right.
You know, don't leave it a hobby.
All right.
Purpose to make this what you're going to do. But you can't just say, I'm going to be a professional speaker, and there's a switch that goes on, and all of a sudden the phone's ringing, and Tony Robbins wants you to open for him.
Right.
You know, that's not going to happen.
Right.
So you have to educate yourself, and so that's the second E in deeds, is educate yourself about your passion.
All right.
So I began to read the writings of other professional speakers.
Okay.
I began to study what they do and learn more about my craft.
Yes.
I joined Toastmasters so that I could learn and be evaluated on how well I present myself. And what I found out in one of my first speeches, I had some new Toastmasters who were, wow, you did that without notes? Because I was calling upon my experience from speaking in the past. That I often don't use a script. Right? If I use a script, it's only for timing points, so that I can see where I am in my presentation. And they were amazed. But the seasoned Toastmasters were not amazed.
Okay.
And precious woman, Teresa, she said, okay, why are you walking about as if you have no purpose whatsoever, and why are you flailing your arms the way that you do? I was like, well, I just thought I was being expressive and addressing the crowd. She was like, no, you're a distraction. You're a walking distraction.
Interesting.
I began to learn more. Every movement has purpose. Whether it's your hand gestures, the way that your inflections, the way a speech is crafted. But that's just for speaking. If your passion is hunting, and it can be, because I have a friend whose passion is, if all he ever did was show up in a tree during hunting season with a high-powered rifle or a bow and arrow, he may or may not ever bring home a buck. You know, there won't be venison on his table. You know, but if he'll educate himself about that, if he'll make it first a life priority, I mean, he'll educate himself about that, understanding it's his passion, not everybody's passion is speaking, not everybody's passion is hunting. It's unique for each of us. Where would he be? But because he elevated it to a life priority, he made a decision when he graduated from college. I am not going to have a job that keeps me out of the woods on the weekend.
Okay.
It's his passion. He began to educate himself about it, all about the art of hunting, right? And he began to, the second D in deeds is demonstrate. He began to demonstrate that passion. I began to demonstrate my passion. I called everybody, notified everyone on LinkedIn. I will speak for free.
Okay.
I will be the best investment you ever made without spending a dime in a speaker. And I began to get gigs.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
The second, the S in deeds is share.
All right.
When you are living your passion, it's a life priority. You've educated yourself about it and you're demonstrating it. Now, unwittingly, you're sharing it.
Yes.
And you begin to enrich your own life, but you also enrich the lives of others.
Right.
Well, my friend Mike, whose passion is hunting, has found that he is invited to hunt in South Africa. He's invited to hunt in Zambia, not Mozambique, in Zimbabwe, Botswana. When he does, and he harvests, let's say, for instance, a Gemsbuck, which is a large antelope, the village gets the meat.
Okay.
What a blessing. Where they might not have the tools of the trade that he has, he's able to go in and he's able to harvest meat for the village.
Okay.
And harvest a skin and the bone and sinew from which they can make any number of products. But he's also been able to bring Bibles to people who might not otherwise have gotten the word of God.
Wow.
Because at 21, he said, I will not have a job that keeps me out of the woods only. He elevated his passion to a life priority. You don't know where it's going to go.
That's right.
I could not have known 5 years ago when I said, I'm a speaker. This is what I do. I could not have known I would be with Dr. Walls and friends on the Sisters in Harmony Network, talking about my passion and able to get this word out to other people.
Right.
You
It's
don't
amazing.
know where your passion will lead. Just make it a life priority. Because one or two things will happen.
Yes.
You'll either make a living from it,
Yes.
or you will enjoy what you do that funds your passion.
All right. Let's
So maybe
pause
that
it.
dead-end job isn't a dead-end job after all.
Maybe it's not. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to talk about how to live in your passion fully
Okay.
when we come back.
All right.
All right. We'll be back shortly.